Yeah, I just need to set that up. Sorry, can you give me like 10 minutes and I'll come grab you? Okay, now why is this not working? Test, 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 test. It's coming through. Why can I not hear it? Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
And they'll bring this out for a 20-metre kick, trying to race out and be a little tricky here, Perth Bayswater, but eventually you think that quick ball, not going to be awarded though. Lost possession. Conferring with his assistant. And he's given the lead. We'll start with his line out from just outside the 22. Throw in with Ricardo Stein. Uncontested. They get the ball and almost hit the ground and go straight through. It's Palmyra taking it forward through Ethan Soden. Now they work out to this left-hand side. They've had a bit of success out there so far. Inside the 22, but again, the line speed from Perth Bayswater impressive. Getting up and shutting down the attack of Palmyra. Another chance on the left. Playing advantage, they come back to the penalty. I saw a few Pally boys there pointing towards the post, but it... and that is eventually the way they decide to go, so he puts this one over. It will level the scores at 10 apiece. Theon McCabe. Again strikes it well, raises the flags. And this belt-up Colts semi-final is locked at 10 apiece between Perth Bayswater and Palmyra. Charging through, this will be a contest, but climbing up high There was Max Bailey to take that one. Secures possession for his side. And they are going to get a scrum feed. They all lined up out to the left. That's the way they come. Put it on the boot. He's going to try and find space, but Perth Bayswater shut it down. Go back towards the middle of the field with Hardwick. Hardwick thought about kicking, didn't. Maybe he should have put it on the boot. They'll do well to retain possession. I think they have they? With some... And just a little bit too eager there on the counter-ruck there, Palmyra. They give away the penalty. So Hardwick steps up to put it into touch. They'll start if they can secure possession from the line out, as they do, from inside the half of Palmyra. Well, I think if he gives that ball, Mason, on the first instance, they had an opportunity. He holds on to it. So now they work to the right-hand side, and the kick put through by Mead. Well, they do well to clean that up, Palmyra, but Perth Bayswater are coming. Going back and just trying to kick their way out of strife. Put it into touch and look for the quick throw. They get on with it straight away. Well, hits the deck and they actually come back for a penalty. So the referee playing an advantage. The golden opportunity. Well, despite the fact that Tavish Mead hasn't struck either of his first two kicks well, they are going to have the shot at goal at penalty. Try and recapture the lead. Perhaps he's more favoured side. He hasn't struck him well from the other side of the field. This is his easiest kick. Moves in, strikes it. This time he raises the flags and Perth Bayswater will lead 13 points to 10 in this belt-up Colts semi-final from Harvey Field. Victor Colton, he'll be open to strike this one a little better than his last one. He just goes long. Rowe has to go back. It dances past him. Conferring with his assistant. Well, Ethan Rowe He gets away with that one. I tell you what, he took an absolute age after the ball went over the try line. He took an eternity and almost got his pants pulled down as Caleb Beams was flying through. I tell you, there's plenty in the crowd that think that Beams got his hand to the ball and grounded it for a try. The referee, after conferring with his assistant, has come up with a different decision. Pally, some good work at the scrum, but they do secure possession. It goes with Mead. Mead flicks it out. Sulu Maivasa knocks it on. Well, I'll tell you what, his captain put him under a lot of pressure there with that flick pass down around the knees. Pally get the ball in and out of the scrum nicely. Sweeping play, Beams, offload, here's a chance. Lloyd Stafford chopped down. Palmyra. Now trying to create that space for their outside men. They work a short side. The ball hits the deck. Stafford goes back, Nat Stafford goes back and cleans that up. Now with Soden. There's the big prop, Lee Sower. Sower the Hulk tries to muscle his way forward, and we've got advantage being played now for Palmyra, so that'll give them the chance to be a little bit more expansive. They kick across field, not much of a kick. I don't know that anybody else knew it was on, but it doesn't matter. They will come back for the penalty. Raises the flag, so another good kick there from Theon McCabe, and that levels us up at 13 apiece. The build-up Colts semi-final. Looks like that will be half-time too. So half-time here at Harvey Field, and it's 13 points apiece. This has been an enthralling clash so far. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the second half shortly. G'day ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Harvey Field as we get underway for the second half of the Belt Up Colts semi-final, and a great kick return here from Max Bailey. Let's go again. Here's an opportunity. That's the 12 chasing it through. Oh. Well, there was a golden opportunity there from Tosso Parr. But Palmyra get back and clean it up. They do just enough. Elimination semi-final. 13 points apiece at half-time. The winner to take on West Scarborough in next week's grand final. The loser, their season is over. West Scarborough 18-5 winners yesterday over Associates. Perth Bayswater, they enter this contest as fairly heavy favourites, having beaten Palmyra in 2 out of the 3 meetings between the sides during the regular season. The early game back in round 4 was a 24-all draw. And here's a golden opportunity for them to score first points of the second half. So they secure possession, form the maul, and across they go. Well, that was all pretty simple. A great maul, technically brilliant, and it's Shakir Kandai who scores first in the second half. And a horrible start for Palmyra, starting with a kick charge down. And now they'll have to come from behind once more. Basie now 3 tries to 1. Goal kicking has been important to keep Pallies in this one. And another difficult kick. The Tavish Mead. Put that one up, but can't raise the flags. So Bayswater lead 18-13 early in this second half. They struck very quickly. And again, we get a chance to test out Palmyra's character, to see what they're made of. Tested here as Perth Bayswater in front, struggling to secure possession here. They have lost them, so Palmyra coming up with it. The try scorer makes that tackle. Well, a good offload in the middle of the field there from Colton, the captain. Now they shift it out wide. Richardson, he steps inside. He's tackled right around the bootlaces by Vaivai. And great work there from Perth Bayswater, but they haven't been able to get the ball there. Tosso Parr looked like he'd secured it. Now the kick goes across, and that'll be diffused, and they'll come back. And of course, Tosso Parr was off his feet. He knew he'd been pinged, so he just let go of the ball. The penalty goes to Pallies anyway. Once again, going to take the 3 points on offer and close this 5-point margin down to 2. Sean McCabe. Strikes it. It hangs out to the right. Can't put that one over. John with his first miss. So it remains 18 points to 13. Bayswater in front of Palmyra. The build-up Colts semi-final. Now with Lloyd Stafford. They look to work it forward through Johnson. Goes out to McCabe. McCabe just shovels it on, looking to find a bigger body. And look at this swarming defence from Perth Bayswater. Making yards without the football at the moment. Palmyra trying to right the ship. Right on the halfway line. Dummies and tackled right in the middle of the field. Gets quick ball though. McCabe puts it on the boot. Will get down and be taken inside the 22. Now the big boot of Nathan Hardwick. Sends it down to McCabe. McCabe, he's going to put it up high. Chasing through is Richardson. But taken by Parr. An error, a chance. Kicks into touch and they'll play the first infringement. Palmyra scrum. Let's see what Palmyra can put together. It goes to McCabe. McCabe, a couple of runners in motion, sets the ball. It's knocked forward there by Mead. Was not seen the knock on from Mead, so they do end up with the ball. That one intentionally knocked down. So it goes against Palmyra. A couple of calls there in a row that probably could have gone in Palmyra's favour. Player tipped into a dangerous position. And also the knock forward from Mead. Both missed by the officials. And instead it goes the other way. The penalty going to Perth Bayswater. And now they'll move into Palmyra's half of the field with this line out. So we wait for the ball to come back. Again, they go to the back. Possession secured. Vai. Shifts it out to Sulu Maivasa. Now it's to Tafu. He's going to need some friends. He's a little bit isolated out there. And some counter-ruck work, and he has lost the ball. Well, he got himself isolated out on this left edge and was always at long odds to retain possession. But now a really good kick from Nathan Hardwick. The chase is big here. Chasing hard and getting through, making first contact. Hardwick, the kicker, is down there as well. They're trying to use the ball. McCabe eventually puts it on the boot and puts it out on the full. But that's a great kick chase there from Perth Bayswater. After an ordinary bit of play from Dante Tatafu. Lost them possession, but it was a great kick from Nathan Hardwick, who's been one of Perth Bayswater's best all day. Allowing them to control the territorial battle. Again, they secure possession at the back of the line-out, but Vaivai has put that one down. The pass down around his ankles, but probably still should have taken it, and the pressure is relieved. Goes back to McCabe, and again under a lot of pressure. This time from Ryan McDonough. Well, again, it's the Bayswater bench that goes up. Happy with the way that passage of play has panned out for them. Quick to go the line out, but it's secured by Pallies. First one against the throw. They might add a couple offside there, Basie. Doesn't look like it's been picked up by the official. And again, they look like they're going early every time. And that time that the official does pick it up and gives the penalty. I think there was 2 plays in a row where they went before the ball had come out. Their line speed has been impressive. It has been something they've been actively trying to do, get up in the face and take away time. But again, just a little over-eager on that occasion. So Palmyra, they're behind 18 points to 13. Trapped down their own end for a period of time here. They send it out wide. They send it out very wide, and the last pass goes to ground, picked up by by Parr, Tosso Parr. But lost forward by Palmyra. Just doesn't have the space that he's had in other games so far, Tosso Parr. They've really shut him down. He scored 5 tries in the 3 meetings between these two clubs. He's a danger man that I'm sure they would have spoken about during the week at training. Now to Vaivai at the Parr. Now to Hardwick. A chance now for Perth Bayswater as Joshua stops. Takes it inside the 22. Again, Vaivai goes towards the middle of the field. Standing in the tackle, can't get the pass away. Now they head out A big chance out on the left-hand side. Good struggling run there from Kandai. He's already scored one. Now taking it forward. The ball's come out. It's lost forward. I think that was Richard Watson off the bench on the field. Going towards the try line but puts it down. Still under a lot of pressure, Palmyra. Behind by 5 points in this elimination semi-final in the Belt-Up Colts. For the winner. Awaiting the winner is West Scarborough, who won their way through to the grand final, beating Associates yesterday 18 points to 5. Get the ball out and they're going to try to attack from deep in their own end. Offload from Colton. Now they've given themselves a little bit of room, but not the best of passes back to McCabe. In the air, goes out to Vaivai. Vaivai to Parr. Parr just takes them on, tries to run between defenders. Now Kandai. Vaivai wants it on the it's Sulu Maivasa rather. He shrugs away from the first. Held up by the second. Now Kandai again with the ball in hand. Gets the arms free. A chance now. The captain, he's not far away. They shift it out. They've got numbers out here. Vaivai to Parr. Parr steps inside another. Dangerous. Well, he had to look there to get it to Short. This one 5 out. Right dead centre of the field. The scrum holds up really well there for Pallies. And Colton puts it on the boot, chasing through and putting a bit of pressure on. The ball bounces in the field of play, which causes a few heart palpitations for the Baysy winger. And 22, Darcy Grealish. But the ball does him a favour eventually, and that one tapped back again by Bayswater to McDonough. Pick and go from Tatafu. Strong, powerful run. Good quick ball. Goes out to Vaivai. Vaivai to Sulu Maivasa. He's wrapped up well. Good tackle there from Bailey. And they've won possession. Got over the ball. And that might have been Tom Onions who was over the top of the footy then. He was the one getting the pats on the back from his teammates. Set up out wide now, Palmyra up over the halfway line. The ball hits the deck, picked up by McCabe. Now Colton. Pally's captain. He almost goes through. Chopped down low by Sulu Maivasa. The ball's there. They manage to secure it as the ball goes now to Hutchinson. Not going forward too much. Hutchinson, the ball can't come out. He wouldn't release it there, Hutchinson. He wasn't going to let go of it. And that's a win for the Perth Bayswater defence. And Hardwick will look to put his side on the attack. He's had a pretty good strike of the footy all day. He's been down this end of the field for quite some time, but still just the 5-point lead. If they can extend that beyond a converted try, you think it's a long way back for Pallies. They go short, and that is lost forward. Mason going to argue the point, saying he wasn't the one that touched the ball. It was Palmyra, but I don't think the referees are too inclined to change their decisions once they've made it. And again, a well-controlled scrum. Goes to McCabe. Goes on the outside line there to Colton. Colton gets away from two. Now the forwards look to wrap around. McCabe gets the ball in hand again, putting the ball straight down the throat of Nathan Hardwick. Hardwick returns the favour, gives it to Stein. Stein winds up, some room to run. He picks out the little number 2, Jamie Kinnamont, but Kinnamont up to the task. Loves it. And then on the box kick. Whoa, there was a pass that was almost there for the taking. So now Parr with the ball right out on the far side. And a mistake from Perth Bayswater. They've been locked in a lot of trouble in an arm wrestle for quite some time. Palmyra, now all of a sudden they're going to get a scrum feed beyond the halfway line. A bit of an opportunity for them. 18 points to 13. Perth Bayswater in front. Goes out to McCabe. They shift it out with Stafford. Now they're away down the wing. It's Adam John, but they end up in touch. So the defence shifts across there from Perth Bayswater and shuts that one down. Again, they win the line out. Out to McCabe. McCabe to Bailey. Bailey gets away from one, stands in the tackle, backs towards the 22. Quick recycling the football. Again, out to McCabe. McCabe shits it wide. The defence adjusts and tackle is made by Grealish. McCabe getting his hands on the ball. Plenty there, and we got an advantage being played. Bayswater come over the top and get the footy. Well, they took the 3 points before. I wonder if they'll be thinking that way again. The clock is starting to count against them. I wonder if they keep the ball in hand here and try and get more. No, that's not the way they're going. They're going to try and pile it over the 3 points and close the gap. Because that means if they get another opportunity down here for a penalty, it'll put them in front. Well, he's completely shanked that, McCabe. He's kicked the ball very, very well, but pressure does funny things. That one just bouncing in the field of play before going out untouched. So it remains 18-13 after that missed penalty. Palmyra through McCabe. McCabe, dummy to the first man, goes the second. It's Lloyd Stafford. The 23 off the bench. I don't have him on my list at all, so not sure. It's Courtenay. And the Bayswater crowd goes up as that one's lost forward. And they'll get possession back. So the defence holding up well here for Perth Bayswater. They're getting closer and closer to a grand final berth. We've seen one thing in this contest so far though, Palmyra will not go away. They will continue to come right to the final siren. Goes to Vai. They tip it on to Parr. He can't find the ground. Eventually he does. Well, held the ball out in front and put himself under a lot of pressure. Then did Spittle, but he gets away with it as Devontae Chutai Tauiti takes it up towards the halfway line. He's out onto the field now. Was originally named to start in the number 8. He's come from the bench. Spittle again. Picks up and goes, and now they're into space. Perth Bayswater being pursued from behind. Spittle gets away from one, gets away from another. He's inside the 22, a great attacking opportunity to Tafu. They're looking to secure their place in the grand final. Crawling all the way towards the try line, not far away. Pick it up, they go. Can't get there. And I don't think the ball's coming out. We're going to come back for a scrum. And the pressure will be maintained. Well, a great break there from Josh Spittle. He's come on from the bench and had an impact. So another huge scrum for Palmyra. Taking plenty of time to make sure they get it right. Tutai Tauiti gets away from one, gets away from two. They won't stop him. Devonte Tutai Tauiti picks it up from the base of the scrum and was impossible to stop. Too big, too strong. And that should be enough to see Perth Bayswater into next weekend's grand final against West Scarborough. Palmyra beyond the try line. You can see their head starting to drop. They can be proud of their effort. They've tried their guts out today. They've given them all highly fancied opponents a real run for their money. The kick from out wide looks pretty good. The bench loves it from Perth Bayswater. The flags go up. And 25 points to 13 in favour of Perth Bayswater over Palmyra. In the build-up Colts semi-final 2v3. Now that should be, it looks at this stage like it will be 1v2 in next weekend's build-up Colts grand final. That's just broken the plane and they secure possession, Palmyra. So, as we said all day, they're not going to go away. They're not going to die wondering. Oh, that's swooped upon by Parr. He gets it to Mead. Mead puts the foot down. They try desperately but can't get him. And he will score his second try of the day. And now the celebrations can really begin. Well, what a pick up there from Tosso Parr. Just swooped on the loose ball. Don't know how he didn't knock that one on, but takes possession cleanly, finds his captain in support, and he had too much pace for the pursuing Pally's mob. And that will see Perth Bayswater into the grand final. And now the scoreline, well, it's not a fair reflection of the effort from Palmyra at all. A couple of quick tries towards the back end of this one. Well, after kicking one from the sideline, he misses the easy one. I don't think he's going to lose too much sleep over it, though, as the full-time whistle is blown here at Harvey Field. And the winners, Perth Bayswater, 30 points to 13 over Palmyra. Pallies came out of the blocks fast. They led 7 points to nothing before 2 tries to Perth Bayswater in front. 10 points to 7. Ended up going to half-time locked at 13 apiece. And in the second half, it was an early try to Perth Bayswater, got them in front, 18-13. A real arm wrestle ensued for most of that second half. Palmyra certainly had their chances down the other end of the field, but unable to convert any of them into points. And then 2 tries in the last 2 or 3 minutes, really, has blown out the scoreline to be 30 points to 13. I think Palmyra deserved to finish a bit closer than that, but there's no consolation. Their season is over, and Perth Bayswater will head through to next weekend's grand final to take on West Scarborough after they beat Associates yesterday, 18 points to 5. A fantastic game here. Now, you'll have to hit the next link to get onto the reserve grade semi-final. Coming up in a little over half an hour. Palmyra featuring once again in that one, taking on Kalamunda in what should be another gripping elimination semi-final clash. We'll catch you for that one soon.